Okay, so we already know what sine curve looks like. You know a relationship that turns a sine into cosine already from relative angles. Do you know which one I'm talking about?
90 and 27.
Right, cosine of 90 plus or minus actually. No, 90 minus theta. That's equal to sine of theta, right? Sine of theta. Okay, or vice versa. This is better actually. Sine 90. I'm going to use plus. Minus also works too, but plus theta is equal to cosine of theta. Now, what does that mean graphically? What does it mean for us to add a plus in there? Okay, what does that mean? So this right here is sine curve. Just gonna copy and paste that. 90 plus 90 means actually shift to the left, right? Shift to the left. Like that. That's what it means, right? Shift to the left 90 degrees. Okay, so this picture right here is a picture of this one. Okay, so that picture then must be, okay, this must be the cosine curve. This must be y is equal to cosine of theta. Okay, more simply, if you recall back the circle, right? What was cosine equal to in a unit circle? So if you have a terminal arm like this, right? The cosine was equal to this length right here, right? So when it's 0, okay, when it's 0, it starts with 1. The length is full 1. That's why it starts up here, 1. Now as you rotate up, so as you go forward in this graph, what happens to the x value? It shrinks, right? Shrinks. Do you see how if I had a like this, do you see the x is getting even shorter? Here, x is even shorter. That's why it's getting lower. It's going down. It's going down, down, down until 90 degrees. The x value is 0. Okay, so that's why the graph looks what it does. But there's a clear, nice relationship between sine and cosine. Okay. Okay, so now that we know that they look very similar, except one period you have to draw from here to there. Okay, that's full period. So it looks more like a U. Okay, and it starts at 1. It doesn't start at 0, it starts at 1 now. And it finishes at 1. Okay, and then halfway point is -1. Okay. Okay, so you have to be careful when you draw this. Let's do an example of a vertical shift. Okay, so let's say y is equal to cosine of theta plus 2. Okay, where does it start then? X, y, okay, 2, 3. Okay, so it's gonna start up here at 3. Okay, this is 360 still. 180. At 180, it's gonna be down here. So it's like a U, right? Halfway point, halfway point. If you're doing this for the first time, I highly recommend you do that first. You plot those 5 points first and then draw it. Okay, like that. That's what it looks like. Okay, if I were to draw a sine curve instead, it would look like this instead. Okay. Okay, note the difference. There's a clear difference.